60 cyclists are in the middle of a challenge for the Lancashire charity Live Like Ralph. On Friday, the group set off from Scarborough as part of an event called Tour de Ralph. It's in memory of 26-year-old Ralph Roberts, who died 3 years ago. They're hoping to make it back to Lytham by this evening. So let's catch up with them now, see where they are. Ralph's dad, Neil Roberts, is one of those cyclists, and I'm pleased to say with us now. Neil, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah,
good morning. Where are you addressing us from?
I am addressing you from the Travel Lodge at Skipton, where all the riders, give us a shout, riders! We are all gathered, ready to set off for Lytham from Skipton.
Well,
and yeah, it's a great atmosphere. I heard you talking about Dave Myers there.
Yeah.
We're not quite on that scale, but it's the same kind of positive celebration of Ralph's life. So yeah, it's similar.
That's great. That really is great. You set off on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I would imagine, first of all, getting out to Scarborough is a bit of an issue, isn't it? Because it's a bit steep around those parts.
Yeah, I know. People thought, what have I taken on just in the first 2 miles? Because it was a big climb out of Scarborough, but once you got up that hill, you were on your way, and people knew they could do it. It's funny because we've got people in groups. This is a ride for everyone, and we're going to do it every year. So we've got snails, we've got tortoises, we've got hares, rabbits, and greyhounds, and they all set off in half an hour intervals. And we've just seen off the snails, and I think we're going to see off the tortoises live if you want to.
Yeah, we'll do that in a moment. I was going to say, yeah. I think I'd be part of the snails myself. Just a gentle little plod.
You know, the snails for me are the most admirable, because for them it's the biggest challenge, you know, and to see them roll in each day has been fantastic. They've been exhausted, but they've loved it, and the camaraderie is amazing.
So how many miles have you averaged in a day?
We are doing about 50 miles a day. It's 150, 160 altogether. So this is our last leg, and we're going to roll. In fact, people can look out for us. That would be great. We're coming through Clitheroe and Longridge and Freckleton, and we're ending up at Lytham Windmill at 5 p.m.
Right.
So yeah, come and see us. We'd love a crowd to welcome us into Lytham.
I was going to say, I do a bit of walking, and where you're cycling today, that is a bit on the hilly side as well, isn't it? You've got plenty of hills there, haven't you?
The first section from Skipton to Longridge is pretty hard. We're climbing up for lunch at Hurst Green. And yeah, it's a really tough first half, but once you hit Longridge, there's that big downhill, and that gives you a big push for the rest of the way, which is fairly flat. So we can't wait to get to Longridge, basically. The hard bit first.
Tell us about Ralph.
Well, Ralph, this is the difficult bit for me. He was a lovely person.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, let's just slide over that a little bit, because if it upsets you, I don't particularly want to go too far down that thing, and we can move on from that, Neil. So tell me a little bit more about the day. You've got a day planned, and have you found also that there's been a celebration route right the way across, have you, as you've been going across? I think we've lost him. In fact, no, we have lost him because the signal's gone down. But the main thing is, whatever you do, just look out for them, because you'll be able to catch them. As I say, they're moving right the way from Skipton today, going off towards Lytham, and keep an eye out for them. He mentioned Clitheroe, he also mentioned Longridge as well, and then moved into Lytham, and you'll be able to catch up with Neil all the way through there until they get to Lytham Green. I should imagine they'll be pleased to see it as well. They'll get there at around about 5 o'clock as well. So it's just 9:30. Let's hear the cause. 5 minutes to 10. Hayley's with you at 10 o'clock. We can nip back and talk now to Ralph's dad, Neil. If you weren't with us just a moment or two ago, we were talking about Live Like Ralph. It's a Lancashire charity, and they've got an event currently going on at the moment, which is the Tour de Ralph. It's set off from Scarborough back on Friday, and we'll be in Lytham by 5 o'clock tonight. That's the theory. It's a charity bike ride, and it's all in memory of the 26-year-old Ralph Roberts, who so sadly died just 3 years ago. And Ralph's dad, Neil, is with us this morning. And as I say, we just lost the signal there for a little while, but I'm pleased to say that Neil is back with us. What on earth's going on there, Neil? What is going on there?
It's getting lively. I think you heard we're in groups of animals. The slow snails have left, and we've got the tortoises going any second now.
Well,
So,
we've delayed them a little bit. Do they want to get going? Should we set them off
now? Get going, sort of thing. I think they want to get going. So let's get them going, and then we'll have a bit more of a chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go, Dorsey!
And off they go. Have we? I know it's a charity bike ride. Have we got all sorts of different bikes there as well? I'm guessing they're not all racers, are they not?
No, they're not. It's funny. We've got all sorts. We've got one guy on an electric bike, believe it or not. We want to be very inclusive, so you know anyone can do this. We've got a 9-year-old and a 68-year-old, and it really is inclusive. And we got some guys doing the canals and some guys doing the roads. So yeah, it's been brilliant.
Absolutely great. And we must one day talk about electric bikes, because some people don't think that's a good thing to have an electric bike. I think they're brilliant. I love them. I've not got one. I keep meaning to get one, but I like an electric bike. You were about to tell us about Ralph, weren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. The reason we're doing this, Ralph was an adventurer himself. He was a really good skateboarder, worked for Vans, he was a top skateboarder, and he was also a cyclist, an adventurer. He climbed up mountains, etc. So, yeah, this is his legacy, and we're raising money in his memory. And but most of all, he was a very kind person. So he did his bit for charities, and he helped people in business, etc. So, you know, we want that to be his legacy and for his kindness to go on.
And you were saying, before we lost signal, you were saying that this will be an annual event.
Yes, it will. So we did it last year with about 40 riders for the first time. We've got 60 riders this year, and loads of people want to do it next year already. So it's going to get bigger and bigger, and we're pretty much going to do the same route, either there or back. So Lytham to Scarborough or Scarborough to Lytham. And it's just a great event for people getting on and doing good things. So all the riders raise £650 minimum sponsorship, and some have gone way over that. And the money we raise, we give skateboards to kids who can't afford them, and skate lessons and bikes and that sort of thing. So we support kids in skateboarding and related activities, so art, dance, all that sort of thing.
Well, it's a great thing you're doing. Absolutely great thing you're doing. We were just hearing, and we got it before the break, but let's just do this again. You're setting up now. You're currently in Skipton, so I'm assuming the sort of A65, you're going to be going along that side, but then you'll start to go towards Clitheroe, you'll be at Longridge, you're moving in, and you want people to be there to just give you a little shout on.
I would love that. It'd be great. So yeah, there's two things. If people can cheer us along the way, we're going through Clitheroe town centre. We're stopping at Hurst Green for lunch, and then we go through Longridge and Freckleton and roll into Lytham at 5 o'clock. And the other thing, if people can support us on the website, it's livelikeRalph.com, and there's a donate page there. So any support people can give would be brilliant. It really would.
That's great. Let us know the total rather. And thanks so much for speaking with us, Neil. You get off because you need to get to Lytham. Lovely. There's a nice group on Lytham Green to give you a little bit of a shout when you get there. All the best to you, Neil.
All right. Thank you.
Take care. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.